Hello everyone, my name is Douglas and I will present you my work entitled Exploring the Role of Land Sharing on Urban Green and Cardiovascular Health. We can find a lot of connections between the human being and the natural resources, and one of those connections is given by the ecosystem services, that are the benefits that people obtain from ecosystems functioning. Most of world's people already lives in cities, and the biggest city of South Hemisphere is São Paulo, in Brazil, having more than 12.3 million people. For this analysis, São Paulo was divided into districts and research for green coverage and green distribution, aiming to associate the hospitalization of people by cardiovascular causes with the environment, in order to establish a link between the urban landscape and the human health through the ecosystem services offer. To access the distribution of green, we use an approach based on the land sharing and land sparing landscape ecology theory, where we have a gradient of isolation and mixture of green and human use in a landscape. We made it through the Enhanced Vegetation Index of São Paulo City. We built histograms for each district and we identified the proportion of cells with mixture of green and urban and purely green or gray, being the mixture, land sharing, and the isolation, land sparing. We also used a high definition map to vegetation coverage in the city and research for universal health system hospitalizations by cardiovascular causes in each district. We generated binomial generalized linear models with predictor as the combination of different metrics of land share sparing and the vegetation coverage controlled by the socioeconomic variable. And our response was the hospitalization rate by cardiovascular diseases, controlled by the population exclusively of universal health systems. We selected the models by a kite information criteria, and our results shows that the total arboreal cover plus the land sharing are important to control the hospitalization rates, with land sharing having a stronger effect on the control of diseases than any other metric. In that way, urban landscapes that share green and households are important to control cardiovascular hospitalizations, probably through the offer of ecosystem services nearby people, with daily contact with green and great scenic views of the city, just like the image here. Decision makers should consider strategies that increase the green coverage in between households. Promoting bigger contact has a potential incentive to green experience. Thanks so much for the attention.